I've probably been hearing about this news all day. The phones have probably been blowing up. If you're trying to figure out what the big idea is or want to just rehash what just happened, listen up and I'll tell you guys a quick overview of what's going on with this trade. As you probably could tell at this point, Micah Parsons is now going to the Green Bay Packers. He's an edge rusher. He's an all-pro edge rusher. So he has been traded, and in return, the Dallas Cowboys are getting 2 first-round picks from 2026 and 27, and also getting defensive tackle Kenny Clark. And here are his credentials as the Packers go ahead and bid goodbye to him. With this deal, Micah Parsons is also now the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL history. Not only does he have a $188 million contract extension, this was his last year in the Dallas contract, we're going to get to that, but he also has $136 million guaranteed. Let's get into the details a little bit about why it was kind of messy up until this point. So as I mentioned earlier, he was entering 25 in the final year of his contract. I wanted to go ahead and talk about an extension. On August 1st, which was not too long ago, he made this long paragraph, I'm going to show you, wrote this long paragraph, as you can see on Twitter, just expressing his frustration with the team, how he's being ignored, about his contract extension, and how he's ready to go ahead and leave the franchise. As you can see, it says, I unfortunately no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed-door negotiations without my agent present. And it just goes on explaining why he's frustrated and why he's making this decision. But of course, he couldn't just up and leave. Now, this is the team owner, Jerry Jones. He kind of looked at this whole debacle as a negotiation tactic. And it was said that there were some conversations behind closed doors between him and Micah Parsons on possibly extending a contract, but nothing was done, nothing was happening. So it's still kind of left under limbo. The team did express that they had no interest in trading Micah Parsons, regardless of his request. Also, some of his teammates were just kind of stepping up for him, just talking about how much of a great player he was and a great teammate he was. The signs were kind of there as to maybe some possible trades happening, but again, the team didn't really express any interest in doing so. Until today, when we got the notification that Micah Parsons is now going to be a Green Bay Packer. He's going to be their defensive edge rusher. Now they just brought this Packers stock up a ton, and now they're starting to be in conversations for the Super Bowl, or at least far in the playoffs. Cowboys fans are not happy. People are upset because now it seems like Jerry Jones did this tactic to win this negotiation. He's already known for holding off to the last minute when it comes to contract extensions. And in the press conference following the trade news, he said, we need to stop the run. In a nutshell, he was just saying that Micah Parsons, with the talent he has, we haven't really been able to stop the run. He hasn't really been doing his job, so we decided to go ahead and move him on. But everybody knows that's not the truth. Of course, there were feelings involved when it came to Parsons expressing his frustration about the team and his contract negotiation. So that had a big part to play with it. Another thing that Dallas fans are upset about is that they just lost one of the best edge rushers they've probably ever seen or probably ever will see on the team for a hot minute. And now it puts their defense in question because they have a new defensive coordinator, and now he has to work around Kenny Clark instead of Micah Parsons. He has to have a whole new model going on now on how to build with him. Also debunking the fact that Jones said that they needed more pass rushing ability from Parsons. If you look at this here, defensive EPA, which means expected points added per play, since 2021, when Parsons is on the field, they are ranked number 1 in defensive EPA. Then off the field, it goes down to the negative and ranked last. We have a big gap